The views expressed on this program are those of the producers and individuals appearing on this program and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Sun Prairie Media Center staff, its video service providers, or the staff and elected officials of the City of Sun Prairie.
You are now listening to the Allen and DJ Show on 103.5 FM WLSP-LP, Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. We're here to talk about self-improvement, lifestyle, and becoming the very best version of yourself.
You're now listening to the Allen and DJ Show.
Yo, 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 Milwaukee, Sun Prairie, and all the surrounding areas. Time for the Allen and DJ Show. And once again, I'm Allen.
And this is your boy, DJ.
DJ, man, what's going on, man?
I'm doing good, man. How about you?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. This weather is I don't know, man. You know, like, I've been, man, I don't know, DJ. Like, man, you know, like, I was panicking on the way here, man. You know, I ain't heard from Bambi the deer all day. You know, I'm like, man, you know, like, Bambi, like, man, what's going on? Like, return my call. You know, I'm steady calling her, and, you know, I'm like, Bambi, pick up the phone, please, Bambi. And, you know, like, Bambi ain't picking up the phone, and, you know, it's starting to make me feel some type of way, DJ.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know. You know, like, I'm trying to deal with that. You know, then I'm trying to worry about getting this stuff together for the show. Man, you had a very special guest. Maurice came on the show, you know, like the other day. You know, we got some great work in with him. And then, you know, I'm still trying to keep creating for the process of this Allen and DJ show thing, man. But it's raising my anxiety up because I'm not hearing from her, and I don't like that. You know, like, I don't hear from Bambi the deer. Sometimes, bro, like, you know, I get a little nervous. Like, my anxiety start to get all over the place. I feel like I'm damn, DJ. Wow, man. Anxiety, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That word just stick out to me today, man. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, man.
Because I feel like this is a serious topic today because a lot of people need to hear this. Like, a lot of people have the pressures on the world on them. The bills going up. You know, like, the cost of food is getting high. It's around that time when they turning off people like electric.
Yeah.
People gotta still worry about how my kids gonna get the proper education, how they gonna even make it to school each and every day. Do they get free lunch? And I get all that, and then it make your anxiety go up. But you know what though? The Allen and DJ Show is here to help you because we only gonna bring it to you the way that the Allen and DJ Show know how to bring it to you. So further ado, DJ, let's start with bullet point number 1. And I want to say exercise, but
okay.
How does exercise tie into how to deal with anxiety?
Basically, like, what exercise does is it decreases the overall levels of tension. It elevates and also, like, enhances the mood, and it also, like, basically improves sleep, and it improves your self-esteem.
Most definitely, I agree. You know, exercise. You know, any regular physical activity like walking, jogging, yoga, or anything that could significantly reduce anxiety, because I've been through that. You know what I'm saying? And y'all watched me go through this journey. I dealt with it. Even with me losing my mom's last year, October 25th, 2025, man, and I felt like the whole world was just caving in on me. And it took me a minute to, like, get over it. Yes, I beat it now, but, you know, in that moment, man, it's just like, you don't know how you're going to pick up a life and move on. Like, that was like one woman you feel like you could talk to about anything. So me going to the gym, exercising, learning how to just get through it really helped me out, because that's a feeling in the world that you never want to feel. It's like nothing that you can't, like, even explain. Like, it's already bad enough I lost my dad, DJ. It's bad enough, you know what I'm saying, you lost your dad.
Absolutely.
And, you know, that can bring high anxiety, but then to lose your moms, too. And, you know, shout out to Pam, man, that one of the beauticians that was at one of the beauty salons that I go to get my hair cut at. And, you know, she checked up on me. She said, "How was your Mother's Day?" I said, "I had a man, I feel like I was getting like an anxiety attack because I was just thinking about my moms a lot, and she said
Absolutely.
that's normal. So, you know, we went to the gym that day, DJ. We got through it, and that helped me. You know, it helped my mental, and I hope that helps anything that you guys are going through out there, which regulates that I want to talk about. It jumps into bullet point number 2 because this go hand in hand. It's like apples and oranges, or it's like, you know, eating a meal, but you need something to drink to wash it down. So let's talk about a healthy diet because that has a lot to play with reducing anxiety.
Absolutely. Like when it comes down to healthy diet, like you want nutrition that affects your emotional being and can reduce the risk of anxiety. Like you got foods that offer anxiety relief and share like certain characteristics, and those characteristics are omega-3s, protein, fiber, vitamin B12, magnesium, and probiotics.
There you go. Probiotics helps a lot because a lot of people don't know this. So it starts, anxiety is, so this is how like anxiety starts. So you have all these things in your mind, right? Mm-hmm. So then it starts from, because like our mind flashes like so many thousands of thoughts a day. And what you got in the back of your mind, it goes right back there in the back of your mind. It's like in a file cabinet is what they like to call it. And every so often it comes around to the front. You start feeling it come on. And it's like a sneak attack. Mm-hmm. You start feeling like the chest getting tight, throat starting to clog up, and you're like, oh man, but really there's nothing wrong with you. You've been checked out. You fine. Mm-hmm. But it comes like a sneak attack, and it feel like you're having a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? And you feel like you're starting to get dizzy. You're feeling lightheaded. And, you know, all that could come from you could have been doing good, but let's say, for an example now, where you just drunk a lot of caffeine. Caffeine is going to start accelerate your anxiety. Mm-hmm. Also, if you don't have, like, a balanced diet, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I always tell people, like, limit your caffeine intake, limit your alcohol intake, and that can, like, accelerate your anxiety. Like, it can bring it down a lot. So, you know, I always say, like, you don't want to get into a thought where, you know, like, if you keep thinking of this one negative thought, which is like, for an example, how I'm going to pay my rent. Man, DJ, bro, like, I don't know, I'm going to get gas in the car next week. And then this is coming up, and then that's coming up. Oh, yeah, well, dang, Will, like, man, yeah, bro, like, man, I forgot to do that. You got too much going on.
Absolutely.
Then all of a sudden, you know, you're arguing with this chick, or, you know, you're arguing with your dude, and people could be cancerous. And you don't need that, because then what that does, DJ, is start to raises up the blood pressure and raises that anxiety, and anxiety starts sneaking in.
Absolutely. But I'm gonna give y'all like some foods that y'all should eat that has the characteristics that I just told you, like with the omega-3s and all that type of stuff. Like I'm gonna give you some foods that you should eat that can lower that anxiety or decrease or decrease that anxiety or stress in your life. Basically, the foods that you should be eating is eggs, salmon, tuna, trout, avocados, which helps the brain.
Yep.
Chicken.
Yep.
Yogurt.
There you go.
Which is your probiotics. Veggies. Fruit.
Yes,
and
sir.
Also chocolate. But not just any chocolate. Dark chocolate helps lower blood pressure. And I know that from experience.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true. And also, people forgot about this. Sauerkraut.
Oh, yeah.
Blueberries. Because they got the proper antioxidants in there to lower your anxiety. You ever heard of, they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Like an apple is good for the heart.
Yeah.
And it's good for like the sciatic nervous system. Or sometimes like they got even like, which is I'm gonna jump on that when we get to that one bullet point. Like I'm gonna show you how you can hit certain pressure nerve points to kind of help. Once you do this, like it raised like that anxiety down.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Well, you know what I'm saying? But like fish, like you know, like you said, like salmon, you wanna just stay away from things that has like a lot of high sugar, like a high fructose syrup, and caffeine. Caffeine will spike it. Whatever you do, go with the foods that like me and DJ are talking about, because that caffeine will spike it, and you don't want that. And then let's go into bullet point number 3, because now this go hands in hand with exercising and healthy diet. You need to balance your sleep.
Absolutely, man.
But DJ, like, why is sleep is super important when it comes to lowering anxiety?
Because like what sleep does is it decreases your cortisol levels, because the lack of sleep can cause your cortisol levels. Your body to release more cortisol, which is a stress hormone. And when you have stress hormones in your body, it heightens your stress levels.
Yeah. So like when you already have a bad diet, right? So now stress is working on the hormone called cortisol, and then cortisol gonna end up taking it to a whole nother level, which is now like it's messing with the sciatic, the sciatic nervous system. Mm-hmm. So really, it's a nervous system that triggers, and it's like a certain point of the day that trigger would just happen, and that comes from like you not getting enough sleep. So if you're only sleeping for 3 or 4 hours and you have a bad diet, and it's already bad that you're worrying about everything, that anxiety gonna get way more stronger, way more worse. And then sometimes people have so much anxiety that was really bad, from like what I was told, that people used to just leave the job, or quit their jobs, because that anxiety brings depression and it takes over them. So I would say aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. And as you sleep, it could decompress and lower the anxiety. But if not, I promise you, you will worsen it.
But technically, the better sleep you get, it can actually improve your immune system. And what it does is it'll give your body time to fight bacteria, help with digestion, and eliminate toxins from your body.
And a good thing too to lower anxiety, which you're doing this already a lot, DJ. Sometimes fast.
Yeah.
Because fasting, so it's different stages of it. You're already gonna fast and you just sleep. So 8 hours that you're sleeping, you're not eating anything, right? I will always say skip breakfast. People say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. No, they lie to you. Mm-hmm. You want to skip breakfast, you know what I'm saying? But you want to walk into this thing slow. So how we started, where we did a 6 hour window where you can eat. That don't mean you can eat the whole 6 hours, no, but you get your lunch and your dinner in. But you want to fast at least 10 to 12 hours. Then eventually you can bring up your fast to 18 to 24 hours, which is your body will go through a stage where it's called hypotrophy. How do I say that word? It's an hypotrophy. Y'all look it up.
Hypotrophy?
Yeah, hypotrophy. Man, look at see, he's so smart, man. so that word. And then it's like you're gonna have all these bad cells, right? And your body gonna regenerate new cells on its own. So all those bad cells are gonna start to die. It's gonna start killing it off, because now that virus and all that bad bacteria is killing off, and then that new cell is gonna merge, which is it's gonna be new bacteria coming in. So once new cells generate, and the more fast you do, not only would you lose weight, not only would you feel better, not only would it improve your mood, but it lowers the inflammation as well.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. But we're moving on to topic number 4, basically social support.
Now, DJ, this is important, man.
This really is, dude.
A lot of people don't have nobody they can go to. You know what I'm saying? At least I can go to some of the homies. I got y'all, I got my other dirties. Some of us run in the same circle. Some of us have our extension of our side friends, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Some people even have family. I have family I can talk to. But you can't talk to everybody. So why is social support, DJ, important when it comes to dealing with anxiety?
Basically what it does is it reduces loneliness and social isolation, and it also lowers depression and workplace burnouts. And I'm a witness to that. After my dad passed away, I didn't really have nobody to really talk to. He was the only person I talked to about my problems and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he actually understood, and he was the type of person that was unbiased about the stuff that I was talking about, and he gave me his honest opinion based on his expertise. And I couldn't get that once he passed away. So a lot of times I was in that isolated state. And I'm trying to tell people hey, don't have a social support system, man, because if you don't, you're going to go through stuff that I went through, and I went through a deep depression for a minute.
Yeah. And that depression sometimes if you're going to the doctor for it, because let's say now your anxiety is just getting all over the board. Now it's just getting like really crazy. You know what I'm saying? Then, which is I'm gonna jump on that in a minute though. Where we'll talk about like certain type of medications that they put you on, but like they'll put you on some type of medication, and then what that does, that has a side effect.
Mm-hmm.
Then that leads into something else they'll put you on, because then that has a side effect. So before you know it, you're taking 5 to 7 different medications. So, if you don't have a support group, man, like, yeah, like you're gonna go off the deep end, because you're gonna feel like there's nobody understand you, don't nobody, you know what I'm saying? It's like don't nobody care about you. You feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, dang, like I can't talk to nobody. Like if I go to my family or if I go to my friend, they're gonna judge me. Dog, man, you gotta stop being like that, bro. Bro, like you depressed every day. Have you lost your daddy?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, have you lost your pops, or like, have you lost somebody that was dear close to you? Like, you would feel the same way. So then what happens is now you're gonna start shutting down in life, and then that's when people can go to drugs, alcohol. It's like different addictions. People start going down that rabbit hole, and sometimes it'd be like no point of return if you don't seek the type of support system that you need. Because that's the last thing you need, somebody telling you to stop it. Like, girl, like, I don't want to hear that today. Or, dang, dog, again?
Yeah.
And you're like, dang, bro. Like, I can't say nothing to you?
Yeah.
There you go.
And also with social support, like, when you have that particular type of support, you're more likely to make better choices like exercise.
Yeah.
And then, like, you're less likely to, like, turn to, like, unhealthy coping mechanisms or coping methods, which are like drinking, smoking, and all the stuff that you talked about earlier, Al.
No, like, it's true, man. Like, you want to connect with family and friends, and even if you have to consider joining an anxiety support group, so people who have the same type of symptoms that you're having or going through the things that you're going through, like, it'll help, because now you're like, okay, you're just like me, or Will just like me. Will might be in a group. You know what I'm saying? He might have a ponytail, long hair with a ponytail. I'm like, dog, what's up with dude, dog? But that'll make you laugh, right? But then
I can't imagine Will with no ponytail, bro.
Right. But yeah, they might have like 3 or 4 braids and a long ponytail, but it make you laugh, and then it make you start to, you see how you just laugh, then like you're starting to forget about the problems of the world. And, like, y'all can go to a place where, like, y'all can open up. Y'all can, like, discuss y'all problems. And you can be in a place where, like, nobody you feel like won't judge you. So that's dope.
Absolutely.
And bullet point 5, I would say limit your screen time.
Yep.
And a lot of people really do need to do that. And I'm a little bit guilty of it as well.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that social media stuff, dog. You logging on, like, what I'm saying? Or, you're looking at the latest gossip or the latest beef you know what I'm saying? Like, and then the pressures of the world, like, that's why I watch the news, but I don't watch the news, if it makes sense. Like, that ain't nothing but negative stuff that's just going to keep feeding into your subconscious mind. And then now, like, you hear old people talk about this all the time, like our elders, like, man, it's going on over. It's getting even worse. And then we got to start doing, I'm telling y'all, like, man, I better start banding together. Like, I watch the news to know what I need to know.
Yeah.
So I know how to navigate in this world. Other than that, bro, like, you're going to go down a deeper rabbit hole with that.
Absolutely. And, like, when it comes down to limiting screen time, like, basically, like, what that can provide for you when you limit that is basically provide a break from constant information overload and brain stimulation, which allows you to relax and unwind.
I like that, DJs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like information overload, because, like, once again, it's too much being taken in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a war going on over here. There's trial going on over here. So now you into, oh, man. And then please don't let that be your favorite artist.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And then now you looking on the latest Facebook, Instagram, social media. Oh, wow. Like, them two getting married. Or, man, like, man, I really liked her. Man, I ain't know she moved on. Or I ain't know he moved on. For the ladies out there that might be crushing on the dude. And then it just bring you down a deeper rabbit hole. So with limiting screen time, try to reduce excessive screen time and try to not let that interfere with your relaxation and your social interaction. So if I'm, like, kicking it with, like, one of my, let's say if I'm with a female on a date, you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't like pulling out phones like that.
Mm-hmm.
If it's important, handle your business. But other than that, like, let's focus on what we got. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, it just take you down a deeper rabbit hole. And bullet point number 6, man, deep breathing.
Oh, yeah. This is a good one.
Now this is really good because now, like, you know, I'm finna tap in. But DJ, why does deep breathing helps when it comes to dealing with anxiety?
Basically, like what deep breathing does is it relaxes the mind and the body, but certain breathing techniques can also reroute your focus on what's more important to you, basically giving you mental clarity.
Oh, I like that, man. Mental clarity. Yeah, DJ, that's so true. You know, like with deep breathing exercises, you know, like slow breath exercises such as like 4 to 7 to 8 techniques to calm the nervous system down. So back then when I was having the panic attacks, you know what I'm saying, like I used to like breathe through a brown paper bag, or sometimes like you can go like this with this like part of your finger. This is part of like of a nervous system right there. You can go like a little bit up under the wrist. You feel that bone right there, you just massage it. Eventually, like, you'll start noticing, like, it'll start calming stuff down. Or one I watched with Dr. Eric Bird, where you take this, like, so, like, you go to, the bottom part of your neck, it's a bone right there. And then, like, you know, you kind of squeeze, like, the side part of your neck a little bit, and you just kind of go like this. And you notice you do it for about 10 to 15 times. You know, now like, your nose airway passages are starting to come out. Like, you might see, like, a little bit of snot coming out, a little bit of mucus coming out. But then, you know, it's starting to, like, man, like, I could breathe better. Then, like, the blood's starting to flow through your face a little bit more perfectly. And that helps out with the nervous system as well. So what it's going to do is calm that nervous system down. And then you could just go like, okay, I could do this. I could do this today. Because at some point, you got to learn how to beat it.
Absolutely. And what it also does is it basically like improves your sleep quality. So like the deeper you breathe and the more you're in that meditative state, the more tired you're gonna get.
No, for real. and you know, like panic attacks can come on through all times of the night.
Absolutely. And
it keeps you up all night because now you're like, man, I hope I having no heart attack. And really, you're not, because it's really a mental thing. But where you taking on too much information, once again, negative, or people just stressing you out, here it comes. And it comes like a sneak attack. It could be a week or two that you're doing fine and boop, here it go again. So I'm going to challenge y'all how to do this now, because this is what I did to end up beating it. You got to challenge it, welcome it. Like, oh, come on. I've been waiting for you to come. You know what I'm saying? So as that like anxiety comes, and like, but Dirty, I'm being real because like DJ helped me kind of gave me this game on this technique a little bit. Yeah. And it was a doctor that he told me to look up on YouTube. And I'm like, man, dude, you crazy, bro. I ain't finna do it. He said, nah, bro, watch. It's going to change your life. Started to do that. So then I started welcoming it. So as it started to come, you feel that chest tightening up, I'll start talking through it. I was like, Will, bro, so this is what we got to do next week. Or DJ, yeah, man, you know what? So like, like this is what I want to focus on when I go to the gym. You see how I was starting to block it out of my mind? I started not to think about it because now you got to get those chemical balances right back on track. You got to get that nervous system going right back on track. Change your diet. Get more sleep. Don't think about it when it comes. When it comes, you welcome it. And, you know, you're going to be like, okay, you son of a beep. I'm going to beat it. Come on with it. You know what I'm saying? And once you do that, it's going to slowly start to taper away. Absolutely. Slowly. And it ain't going to happen overnight because it's going to come. But when it comes, don't panic. You got this. You got this under control. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yeah. Like, man, I ain't tripping. And if your cat's looking at dirty, like, you good? Oh, yeah, man, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Don't think about it. Just listen to some music. Or you got to do whatever you got to do. If you got to step away for a minute, and you just go deal with it.
Absolutely.
And bullet point 7, let's talk about progressive relaxation.
Oh, yeah, this is good. This is good.
This is now like this is what I like because this helps the muscle and everything. So DJ,
Absolutely.
Break that down for us, man. Break that down for the people who don't understand.
All right.
Break it down for the people on the 21st row, man.
All right, basically like what progressive relaxation does is basically it reduces stress and anxiety and improves sleep quality and decrease physical pain. But this technique is performed by tensing and relaxing different muscle groups in your body.
Yeah. So like when it comes to like meditation, you know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, it's a muscle up under like the, I want to say like the chest area that you compress. And and you just resting and you pressing on it. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna relax the whole nervous system. And when you get up under like a place where it's just peace and calm, like how and DJ, once again, man, you did an awesome show when we had Reese on. The questions was like, the information was on fire.
Oh, thank you.
And that came from him meditating. He said, man, I went into a place where I meditate. And I used to do that as well, you know, because that's when I come up with my best, you know, like my best work. And that helps, you know what I'm saying? Because then you're relaxing your mind. You're taking yourself away from the pressures of the world. Like whether it's like, man, I had a rough day today. Like, man, a girl was all on me, stressing me out. This girl stressing me out. And Dirty over here, he needed something. And, you know, everybody wants something from me. Let me just turn my phone off, get away from the world, and relax my mind and just bring myself into a center of focus. And once again, certain ways you can, like, you know, go like this and, you know, relax that nervous system.
Oh, yeah. But, like, also what this process does, too, is, like, it helps you become more aware of the differences between tension and relaxation when it comes down to your muscles. Like, you notice, like, how, like, when somebody massages you and they be like, oh, you tense, and they be like, really? That's because you're not practicing progressive relaxation.
Right.
But, like, basically, like, the methods, the actual exercises that you can do to actually enhance that, or is basically shock therapy, massage therapy, and acupuncture.
Yep. And that's true, because have you ever woke up now? You could tell like with this scenario right here, you could tell I know what I'm talking about. So when you're dealing with anxiety, it feel all heavy right here, right? Mm-hmm. And then it feel all heavy in the shoulder area, and it feel like real heavy, like behind the neck. You just feel like heavy for some reason, right? Mm-hmm. You notice, like you said, like with somebody massaging your back, and it's releasing all that stress.
Absolutely.
Because all that stress that built up to here.
Yep.
And then you got a lot of stress, right? All with like around the heart area.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You just stressed.
Yep.
So you ever notice, like, when somebody some people get stress bumps and they pop that stress bump. They're like, oh yeah, you had a stress bump.
Yep.
And you're like, dang, what is that? You know, or like they giving you like a massage.
Absolutely.
And it started to loosen up the blood flow.
Oh yeah.
That's because you were stressed, and you know, that came from like certain muscles are not relaxing. Because when you think too much, it really, like, that nervous system ain't no joke.
Nah,
that's why, like, some people have severe back pain. They be having like that sciatic nerve get to acting up. You're not gonna be able to bend down or do nothing.
No.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, like, anxiety is real, man. You know,
Absolutely.
and that's something that you gotta watch out for. And bullet point number 7, guided imagery. Now, this is dope, because when it comes to like a mindset, DJ.
Oh yeah.
Why do people need to get to this part where you want to paint like a different scenario in your head, where you starting to have like an anxiety attack?
All right, like I'm gonna give you kind of a definition of it, and then like I'm gonna let Al talk for a minute, and then I'll give you like an example of it, so people can have a mental picture of like what this actually is, because a lot of people kind of don't know what this is. But basically, what this is, guided imagery is basically like you're using visualization techniques to improve relaxation within the body and mind, and it involves using your imagination to create calming and positive mental images that can also reduce intensity of pain attacks, basically.
Yeah.
Or panic attacks. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's true. Panic attacks, anxiety, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like it's like the cousin of it. And panic attacks is when anything got worse. Mm-hmm. And panic attacks to keep you from like not working or being able to do anything. And then that makes you fall down deeper depression. So like with guided imagery, you know what I'm saying? Use an imagery like exercise or visualizing yourself calming down like in a relaxing scene. So it's raining today, and you feel like the pressure of the world is just so thick and everything going just haywire. Go into like a room where you can meditate or just lay the body down and relax the mind.
Absolutely.
And employ grounded techniques such as like focusing on the scenery that details like objects or you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, like using objects that are cold to the touch that can help regain focus and feeling when you feeling like you've been to have anxiety. Like that's like anxiety can come from you anticipating something good coming up, and you're too anxious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I can hear coach in my head right now. Relax. You need to calm down. Relax, because you're looking forward to something, and you get anxious. You get pumped up, right? But then like that anxiety, do.
Yep.
Now everything's starting to close up. Now you're like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? And you know, that comes from you being excited about something, but then you're like, yeah, this coming up, but man, wow, what if this don't go this way? But then DJ, if this go wrong, then a girl gonna look at me like, man, you gotta relax, you gotta put yourself in a different industry. You gotta just say, hey, this is gonna be a beautiful scenery. I'm around people that I love. I'm around people that care about me. I'm around people that want to see me do good. Man, I feel like I'm going to be all right.
Absolutely. But the examples of, like, guided imagery would basically be, like, something like looking at a tropical beach on like, a screen or warm sun, or, like, a warm sun in your mind, or soothing sounds of, like, the ocean, or even, like, looking at something like Hertz frequency music, which sometimes like they have like just waves that you could just look at, but also it has like images of like people. Like sometimes like if you want to attract like people or the love of your life, they'll have like people holding each other, and you could see that, and as you see that, it calms you down.
Man, like and hey, Dirty, it's funny you mentioned that because I like those.
Yeah.
Sometimes like
I know you see them all the time, bro.
Man, you know what I'm saying? It's like when I'm going through like a stressful time at work or whatever, I'm just like, man, leave me alone, because like the pressures get too thick.
Yeah.
And I would go like in a quiet place in the storage room, turn on the lights, and then everybody that know me know I do this, and like I would sit there and meditate.
Yep.
Then I remember some girls would be like, you sleep, Alan, wake up, and then make you mad again. And you like, no. Not going to fall for that one no more. Mm-hmm. But you meditating, and then, like sometimes like you'll look at the screen, see certain imageries, they be like, oh, dude, like, man, that's hard.
Yep.
And I like water resorts. So sometimes like I like to watch those water slides and people going on water slides. And I'm like, man, like that's going to be fun. Like I can't wait to hit that. But you see how that made me think of something happy? And but then I got to be careful because you can get too anxious and anxiety attack can happen.
Absolutely.
But bullet point 9, man, this is gonna be a serious one right here, man. Medication.
Absolutely. Like this is real serious, man. Because like I said, like we done dealt with this stuff, and there's certain medications that you need to take in order to handle anxiety. Because like if you take the wrong one, it's gonna treat the wrong symptoms.
Yeah.
But like here are some actual examples of actual medication that you should take, not the actual names because we're not doctors, so I'm not going to prescribe anything to you, but I'm going to give you like an actual like category that this medication should be in. So basically like you should deal with your SSRIs, which are selective serotonin inhibitors, which fights anxiety, and tricyclic antidepressants, which also handles anxiety, SNRIs, which are serotonin nephrines inhibitors, which handles depression and anxiety, and beta blockers. Oh, you know about the beta blocker.
Doggone beta. Hey,
beta.
I see why they call them that because people get real beta without their. Man. DJ, my bad.
No, you good, man. But like beta blockers, which manage physical symptoms like heart palpitations, which resorts to panic attacks.
Yes, because so you ever got like blood work done, and the doctor called you within like 3 to 4 days, and he said, "Dude, you're fine."
Mm-hmm.
And some doctors will start getting tired of you because they're like, "Jesse, what's up now? It's all in your head." You know what I mean? Because at this point, it is in your head, and if you keep going to the wrong people, and like, man, I'm gonna shoot you all up on game, they will end up prescribing you one of these. And this is the last resort that I would say that you want to go down. But some people really need it because they have severe anxiety. And if that's what you got to go down that rabbit hole, then the medication is something that you got to take. Then be my guest, do so. Because like once again, I'm not a doctor. Like I can only say like. You know, when you start having like heart palpitations, because that could be scary. Because then you really, hey, bro, like, man, I think I'm having a heart attack, bro. But really, like, you're not. But you're starting to feel like you are, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then that makes the tense of the nerve go even more tenser. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it make you be like, you know, I feel like you're losing your air and stuff. But it's nothing but a panic attack. It's nothing but anxiety. So I'll say when it comes to stuff like this, I'm going to hit it from a different point than what DJ said. Because, DJ, I like how you broke the medicine category down. Because if that's what you have to take, and the doctor say, like, look, you need to be on some antidepressants and stuff like that, then listen to your doctor. Because he knows best or she knows best. But I would say try to do this the real organic way. We wasn't meant to be taking all this. Absolutely. If you start eating right, if you start taking your sea moss, if you start eating your blueberries, you start, you know what I'm saying, taking like vitamin D, which is good for anxiety, and vitamin B12, B6, and B2. You know, fish oil was good for the heart, the brains, and all that. Like, I promise. Like, they even got certain vitamins that say, like anxiety. Which is like, I've never seen nothing like this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what? But I guess it targets something that has to do with like anxiety. I promise, like, and it's all in your mind. Like, once you know how to beat yourself mentally, then like the body is gonna follow, and the body will naturally start to heal itself because you listen to music. Like, they got music for 428 hertz that has to deal with like anxiety and depression.
Absolutely.
And you know, you just meditating. And, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, you just trying to put yourself in a happy space. And then when you start to feel it come on, I said, like, you have to work through it. You're not dying. You went to the doctor. You've been checked out. You're fine. So let's say I'm starting to feel it right now. I'm using an example. Now, you know, I'm like, oh yeah, bro, for real. You know what I'm saying? So now, like, you're starting to go like this to your chest. But then now you got to start tricking the mind. You got to be like, oh, yeah. Hey, bro, you know what? I think the Minnesota Timberwolves gonna win that game, man. I don't know why I feel like that. You think Giannis gonna lead the Bucks? Man, I don't know, man. So then it just stops. Then maybe a week later it's gonna come back because it's got to test you before it know. Okay, I'm gonna step off of you, homie.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna say most importantly, and then I'm gonna hit you with the check piece. Then I'm gonna shoot it back to DJ. Go to church.
Oh, yeah.
And get prayed for and pray that God remove that anxiety from you. And I'll watch how God works because he can heal you in anything that any medication can do. I promise you that.
Absolutely. Like, you're right, Al. Like, like God is probably the best medicine you need in your life right now, man. Because, like, you go to him for any type of symptoms or any type of answer, like, in a matter of, like, hours, your symptoms are removed.
Yeah, no, big time, man. And you know, even when it comes to Bullet Point 10 supportive groups, which is kind of like same thing as like what we talked about. We said social support, right?
Yeah.
But with social groups, I'm gonna say this hits a little different because you could join a group of people that have like individual anxiety, but everybody's anxiety is different. But connect with others that you can learn and share experiences from, and then also with supportive groups, you know, like you can help like guide yourself. Like, to me, I feel like there's other strategies as far as like keeping a journal, writing down your thoughts, identifying the trigger patterns of the anxiety and how and when it happens, what time you feel like it happens. So if I was a doctor, I could further help you. And Absolutely. You could say, like, hey, Dr. DJ, look, I don't want to be on no medication. I really want to beat this naturally. What can I do? Well, take a journal, and I want you to do this for me. Write down every time you feel like this is happening. And why does this happen? What thoughts run through your mind as you start to trigger? And then we're going to help try to do mental exercises to help you get over it.
Absolutely. Like, these groups also are used to keep you from going down a negative path, man.
Yeah.
Like, basically, like, your family, like, if they're, like, your support group, like, basically, they're like your listening pillow. Or they also offer you advice. Or even, like, something, like, as simple as, like, a hotline. Like, they're unbiased, but they're there to help you if you don't have any other options.
Exactly. No, like, man, that's true. And, you know, dealing with, like, the challenges, you know, so, like, I always say challenge your negative thoughts. So that's what I mean when I be like, okay, it's coming on. Welcome it. Just welcome it. Like, don't run from it.
Yeah.
Don't be like, and then you run out the, you know what I'm saying? Like, you run out of the office, or, you know, like you run out of the living room. No,
Yeah.
because it's going to keep happening. Because it's like a bully. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get you right now. You know what? I let you breathe for 5-6 hours. But then I'm going to keep coming back on you. No, you welcome it. Like, oh, okay. Man, I feel like my anxiety started to kick in. Okay, cool. I
Yep.
got this. Like, man, I'm straight. Just think of something positive. Talk through it. Think about something that's like not too exciting, but something that's gonna be like, yeah, oh yeah, bro. Like, man, I feel like the Green Bay Packers gonna win that game.
Yeah.
But it's not easy.
Yeah, like one thing about about your negative thoughts is that they're so powerful that it can control your life. So like a lot of people, instead of them taking on that challenge, like they actually run from it, like how Al said. And a mechanism that you could do, or like a strategy you could do to actually help you like challenge those negative thoughts, is keep a journal and write down everything that you're thinking about, whether it's positive or negative.
No, like for real. Because then, you know, if I was a therapist or if I was a doctor, then I can help better manage you. You know what I'm saying? So like, y'all know I ain't lying when I say you get to that point, you be like, hey man, I need a doctor, man. Like, you know, like, because I'm telling you, that's the last thing you want to avoid. But if that's what you have to take, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Do what you have to do, as long as it's helping you. But antidepressants, to me, it ain't nothing but another way to take you down another rabbit hole. Then this medication can lead to another medication.
Yeah.
Because everything has side effects, good or bad. It has side effects.
Absolutely.
So wrapping this up with the Allen and DJ's final thought. Yo, DJ, what's your final thought when it comes to anxiety and how people need to learn how to manage and deal with anxiety?
I feel like what's important here is basically just exercise and having a healthy diet and sleep is probably one of the most important things that you need to do in order for you to manage your stress levels and your anxiety. Because if you just improve on just those three, then it'll reduce your stress and your anxiety tremendously. And I am a living example of that. Like, since I've been exercising and since I've been eating healthier and since I've been sleeping better, I have more mental clarity, and I also have more energy, and I also feel better about myself mentally.
Most definitely, man. I would tell you, like, all those things that DJ said is so true. But then, you know, I want you to just pray that God take it away from you. Like, that's the biggest thing I would say first. And then you have to challenge those negative thoughts. To me, they ain't nothing but the devil. So you have to challenge those negative thoughts. You got to welcome it. You got to let anxiety walk in the door. Let it walk in the door. Then you beat it up. And you say, you're going to get out of my life once and for all. Because you got to remember, you got things to do. You got goals to go chase, a whole world to go see, and to see what God got for you, and challenge your negative thoughts, man. That's the best way I could tell you. And once you do that, you just became the very best version of yourself. Now, this is the Allen and DJ Show. You can find us at gmail.com at the Allen and DJ Show if you want to hear anything that you want us to talk about next. You can find us on the fan page at the Allen and DJ Show on Facebook. You can also find us on our YouTube channel, the Allen and DJ Show on YouTube. And then you can also find my personal page, Allen Hutchinson, on Instagram and Facebook, and William J. Smith, our producer, on Instagram and Facebook. And until next time, don't let anxiety run you. You give anxiety. Because why? We want you to stay well, stay healthy.
Peace.